everyone! It's the last video in my Milan Art Mastery Program series. Can you believe it? The 12th one. And I am actually finished with the Mastery Program. I put on the big earrings for you because we're celebrating. I got my diploma. So this is maybe not as impressive as it has been in some of the past months. I'm covering only 3 weeks. And these 3 weeks, again, were a lot of office work, promotion, watching videos, excellent content in part 4 of the whole program. It's amazing. So not only am I only covering 3 weeks, but I also said I want to invest more time, more care, more thought into my pieces from here on in. It's really not anymore about volume and producing a lot of work. That might be in the beginning of portfolio because you just want to get to those 25 pieces. But I am so way beyond 25 pieces that now I can get very focused on a whole series and all of that. I'll talk about this a little bit later. So this is just the introductory stage. I haven't even said hi yet. Hi! Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, you're going to think I'm crazy, which maybe I am a little bit. If you have been here all along, oh my God, thank you so much for your support. I have come full circle in this 1 year. Not only did I finish the program, I hit 1,000 subscribers within that 1 year, which means I'm monetizing my channel. I apologize for you having to sit through ads now. See it as you supporting me. Thank you very much for that, because that's kind of what it's all about. I put in a lot of hours into these videos and I believe you're getting something out of it. I get a bit of money for it now. So this is just the review for part 4, sections 7, 8, 9. So the review for the whole year where I do a roundup of everything, that's coming somewhere in the near-ish future. Thank you again for the newsletter sign-up information that it's not working. It's now working, and thank you for all those who have signed up for my newsletter. That's really exciting. And sometimes, I forgot that you sign up and you get a welcoming mail, and that was still with my old fonts, with my old information, with my old everything. So a few of you have gotten some very dated information with the welcoming mail, which in a way, maybe for you is very interesting because you know where I came from and where I'm now. I think I've come a long way, but it's gone. Now I have a new welcoming mail for the new subscribers. Last time I talked about bulk doing things is easier for me. So I actually planned Instagram and Facebook posts for a whole month and posted them, already uploaded, so that posts are done with. They're now just every day I'm posting. It's great. It's just happening all by itself. I decided I'm just going to want to see what that does, whether that's really worth it to do that every day. How do I know if it's worth it? Well, I guess it's measured in Instagram followers. I started at about 550. I'm already almost at 600 now. We'll see how fast that goes, but then also these of course should be people who follow and then go to my website, and it's actually happening, and then hopefully from the website to the newsletter and buying my art. My website is at a good place right now. I'm still uploading stuff to be bought, especially originals. We'll see. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, but everything is now already at a level that is presentable, and that's why I got my diploma. So let's dive into the sections and I'll show you a little bit more of the artwork. So these are my 3 new pieces that I'm most excited about. They are challenging the regular idea, I guess, of what a painting is, which is a square or rectangle of some kind, or even a circle. It has cutouts and my characters are stepping out of their boundaries. They're probably not quite done yet. I'm intending to put a bit of a wood piece along the edges so that it gets a little thicker and it actually looks like a frame in some way or other, or a canvas. I think that's going to make it even cooler also, because then it's going to be a little bit away from the wall and the cutouts are going to be a little bit more effective. I just love the idea behind it because of the typical cartooniness, funkiness of my googly-eyed characters. I think you immediately understand what it is that I'm saying, but then it also prompts the deeper meaning of it all. So I've come full circle liking my goofiness, because I know that it's not just goofy. And I think people who relate to my art also get that. Now there are going to be more of this kind. I have 3 more planned out. So it's going to be a whole series, and it's going to be a while until you see it on my website or in my social media feed, because with this series, I'm going to go full out into promotion, which includes marketing, which means you're building up the whole thing. You know, you give a sneak peek, you make people interested in what it's going to be. So you really prepare the actual launch, and then it's the launch. I even already have an idea how I can reproduce these in an easy way and then sell them as prints. It's not as easy as a regular print because it's not on paper, but I have a good idea. So all of that, of course, will have to be invested in and looked at, and it's going to take some time until these pieces go out. So sneak peek, here they are. I love them. They're not varnished yet. I'm happy they worked out the way they did, because it's the first time I did something like this. So it also takes some learning, but I think they're fine. So yay for that. This is where I'm headed in part of my work. So I think in the mastery program, producing a portfolio and getting it all up on the website, that's super important. You just need to have something on your website to start out with, to show to a gallery if that's the way you're promoting it. I am not sure if I'm going to be self-promoting or gallery promoting. I am definitely going to look for galleries for sure, because it's still a dream of mine to be represented by galleries and not to have to do it all by myself. So you're going to have to continue learning. That's a tip. Stay interested in how all of that works, even if your immediate reaction, and to be honest, my immediate reaction with social media, when I hear the word marketing, all of that stuff causes an internal immediate reaction of, ugh. But I've already said last time, once you get excited about what it is that you're selling, what it is that you're promoting, all of that becomes a little less ugh. So even if you have the ugh reaction, get over it and kneel in, get interested. You will not be doing it perfectly when you do it first time. So my first marketing campaign for this is going to be far from perfect, because I don't know how to do a marketing campaign, but I'll be doing my very best, and I will be researching a little bit. It's very little that they tell you in the program, but they give you enough so that you know that that's your next step of what you're going to have to do. So the portfolio that you produce, you're going to upload that onto your website pretty quickly, just to have something there. And from now on, I will be doing series that will not always be immediately uploaded onto my website. They're going to be marketed as a whole package with more intention and more time. What is really important, you have to reinvest into your business. So even if you're not making much money yet, be willing to spend it on your business. That's how it's going to have to go, and hopefully soon you're going to be able to live from that. I will keep posting how life and art is going and business, and I'll be honest about it. I'm very curious myself. I don't have to live entirely off my art yet. It's a dream, and it's definitely a dream that I will be getting more money than what I have now. I don't have very much money right now, so reinvesting is difficult, but it's worth it, you know. And every time I'm like, gosh, am I gonna buy these supplies? Gosh, am I gonna, have these prints made? But yeah, of course it's worth it. You're gonna have to do it in order to have something to sell and show. They ask for you to find 100 galleries and make the list before you start sending out your applications or portfolio. I am working on that list of who I want to write to ask for opportunities to show my work. So yeah, basically step out of your comfort zone, right? Challenge what you thought are your limitations. So yeah, then there's this. This is, I'm only showing one painting and it's not even finished. It's meant to be a companion to this one, which I actually like a lot, but it stands a little bit by itself style-wise. So I decided I'm going to try to make maybe a couple more in that style. I like where it is right now, and I think it's promising. So I've decided, because I have actually too many works and my portfolio doesn't look that cohesive if I put everything on it right now, I'm gonna really bundle things up into themes, or I think they call it cycles. So I have my human currents cycle that I'm gonna focus on right now for my website, and this one is not in that. It doesn't fit the same style. But I'm intending to then, after the human currents cycle, do something without the googly eyes. But I also have prints to show you, and I'm actually really, really excited because I got these prints made and I'm very happy with it. It took me forever to find the printing company that I like. Let me take this plastic off. So this printing company does any format, but again, you have to be careful because I'm going to want people to be able to frame this or even sell it framed. So then again, you need a format that you can buy frames for. Of course, you can have any frame custom made, but that really adds so much more cost. So I'm intending to offer formats that are regular that you can buy fairly inexpensive frames for. I'm so excited how these prints came out. This is on fine art paper. It feels so great. And the other one is this one. For now, I'm focusing on my works that have gotten most resonance. These are two of them, and then there's the Hair on Heroes that I don't have here yet, but it's coming in the next few days. I will start selling these as prints. Now with this one, this has in the original gold foil on it, and it's now printed on fine art paper, and I think I will actually go over it with a gold marker and maybe even put gold foil on the prints, and then I can sell them as so-called one-of-ones. So you get a very unique print. It's still a print and not an original, but it's unique because each print will be different because I will be putting extra stuff on it. I am now thinking about what formats or how many sizes I will offer, whether I will offer a small, medium, and a large, and how I will do it with frames or not frames, whether I will print it with a white border, or whether I will only sell it with frames that have mats anyway. So there are a lot of decisions to be made, and I'm not so great at making decisions. So I'm very happy I got these prints made at least, and they look amazing. I'm very, very happy with the detail in the prints and also with the colors. And, you know, I had to photograph these, and so it turned out really, really well. And they feel very, very high quality. So that's really cool. Now, when you price things, please don't sell too low. So for example, if I do these as one-of-ones, it still can't be as cheap as a print, because obviously I'm putting in work. And then if I sell these as one-of-ones, I have to really think at what price I sell the original. And what price do I sell these prints where I, except for the signature, don't put anything extra on it? How do I price these versus how much is the original? And you know, we've learned to price by size. So these, because they're so small, are gonna come at a really low price if you calculate with a fairly low beginner's price per square inch. Be mindful of that. For example, I am selling in my shop very small artworks from the 100 Paintings Challenge, and they're lovely and I have sold pieces, yay. And they're very affordable, and I think that's awesome. But you have to be mindful, because you've seen me produce them, you're gonna say, wow, she produced, I don't know how many in one day, and now she's selling them for 40 euros per piece. That's gonna be a lot of, and your mind goes like that. But do not forget that I have a lot of work with each single piece. The photo has to be taken, the photo has to be improved, the photo has to be uploaded on the website. I have to write descriptions, I have to name it, I have to put it in the shop. When somebody buys it, I have to wrap it and package it and go to the post office and mail it off. It's a lot of work. And if you start thinking about an hourly wage, now you're understanding. These small pieces are not that great for you because they create a lot of work. A small piece creates just as much work in uploading it to the website, photographing it, and sending it off as a large piece does. That's where you have to be a little bit careful with the small pieces, because suddenly you're at an hourly wage of, I don't know, $5, and that's just not enough. Also, that's another piece of information, something that you can think about. Are you going to be sending off the prints yourself, or are you going to have a print-on-demand company that does everything? So print-on-demand, once you have uploaded your photo and everything is set up, people can just hit buy in your shop, and you have absolutely nothing to do with it anymore. So the reason I didn't do this is because I love to package my own things, and I'll be able to put in business cards and information and thank you notes and make it that much more personal. And that's worth it for me right now that I'm not selling hundreds of paintings per day, but it's a lot more work. But to my positive surprise, it's also much cheaper that way, the way that I'm doing it. The print on demand also doesn't have as many choices as for formats, and it doesn't have good prices. It's really expensive in print on demand companies to have canvas prints, for example, made. And if I order it from a local print shop that does an amazing job, it's much cheaper. So that has been my decision for right now, and I'm curious where it leads me. But yeah, please do not undersell your art. And even a print, it takes a lot of your care and effort. People will value it more if they paid more. So, they have these sample students that you watch go through the mastery program, and they get critiqued and all of that. And these two sample students have their final day and show their portfolio. They filmed it, I think, 4 years ago. Of course, I went on their website to see what are they up to now. And it's a little bit disappointing. One who does great art, and she still sells art, and she must be only selling it through Instagram. I don't know how she sells her art, or maybe through galleries. I'm not sure, but the website is still at where it was when she finished the program. And the other one has stopped being a visual artist altogether. So that's a little bit like, oh, I didn't want to know that, but don't get discouraged. Find your folks. I told you about my Milan Art Mastery Program German-speaking group that we have on Instagram, and it's so encouraging because they are all up and doing it and selling work and having their first solo shows. So find the positive inputs and don't put too much weight on the negative ones. It's not hugely negative, right? But you get so curious. You're like, so are these people very successful artists right now? And to be fair, I think one of them, I think she is. I think she sells a lot of paintings. It's just the website is just like stuck. It's still there where it was, It doesn't even have a shop or anything. So the last section is simply called Launching Your Career, because this is where it starts, right? I am so excited. I'm a little bit scared maybe, but not even that much. Certificate of completion. Yay. Other than that, these are two old works already framed that I liked a lot. Again, I've been wanting to make a whole series out of it that I can then launch as a cycle of work. And I think I showed you these inks that I've made. I have a bunch more. I really like this one. not 100% sure it's finished. I might do something here in the background. I'm not sure. This one I don't like so much. It's normal to produce better works and not such great works. So give yourself the freedom to do that. And it could be that some people really, really like that. So there is not such great work that you will just trash. But if it's just for you not that great, but there is a potential that somebody else will find it great, don't be hard on yourself. What I still have to do right now is still working on my website, uploading all the pieces and putting them in my shop, pricing them. Still torn about some of those prices. Honestly, I think I will price some things higher because they mean more to me than if I calculate it with the same price per inch as everything else. And some of them I'm just not willing to let it go for that price that comes out. So I don't know, and then we'll see. I also have to work on the SEO, search engine optimization for the website. That's another word where you might be going like me, ugh. It's a very complex thing, and no, the Milan Art Mastery program cannot cover all of that. But you might have to busy yourself with it. So search engine optimization basically means that people even find you if they're looking for art. So I have to work on my SEO for the shop and for the website. I also still have not at all touched Pinterest. I downloaded a free ebook, Pinterest for Artists, and just Facebook and Instagram posts, I guess. And then making a 1-year plan. For that, I have a suggestion for you. The Design Trust is exactly about that, making business plans for artists. They know full well that a lot of artists go, business, plan. And they break it down and make it so easy. It's so valuable. It does exactly what Ellie Milan says you should be doing with a 1-year plan. This is also where marketing campaigns will go in. For example, if I think about how I'm going to market my series of the cutout pieces, you break it down into small steps and you put all these small steps into the 1-year plan. So that's also what I'm working on, coming up with a 1-year plan. But as you know, I have this course coming up, a course for visual artists, and I'm here in Austria, and I find it very important to get to know the Austrian art market. And that's exactly what this is about. How does the art market work? How will I become visible? And how do I get funding? Then it's about your portfolio. An expert will look and create the portfolio, present the portfolio, and become more self-confident about how I talk about my art. This is all stuff that Ellie Milan also talks about in the mastery program. So when they had the course in person, kind of a graduation show where everybody got up and learned how to talk about what they paint for collectors to get to know them and to relate to them, and to make it very positive. It's not, like, yeah, I just kind of like to, I splash around some ink and then I don't know, I connect some, no, that doesn't sound very inviting. You have to own it. So I haven't been doing this on this YouTube channel because I'm talking to you as other artists. I'm not talking to you as my collectors who will eventually buy the pieces. Feel free to buy my pieces. I've been sharing my struggles and my doubts with you. And if I were to talk to gallery owners or to collectors, of course, I would talk very differently about my art. So we'll also be creating the artist biography. We're going to look at the homepage, business cards, artist statement, press work, social media, how you get funding, financing, networking, and preparation for self-employment. I'm really excited about it, and I hope it's going to live up to my expectations because it's 7 weeks long. And I'm already worried that I'm not going to get in enough studio time. I will share whatever I think is interesting for more on a global level, because I think I have people from all over the world. If anybody's from Austria and wants very specific information, please feel free to contact me. If you're not from Austria and feel like contacting me, please do so too. I really enjoy hearing from you. And again, I thank you so much for having supported me, given me encouragement, given me input. I really love you for that. I want to give back. So if you have questions for me or ideas that you would like me to do, like I said, I would love to do some interviews with some of you, talk about your portfolio. We'll do a Zoom talk and you send me some artwork and we can talk about it. I'm really looking forward to what next year brings. I'm going to be very honest about it, and I hope you are having a wonderful artist journey yourself. I wish you all the very best. You take care. Like, subscribe, comment is highly appreciated. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe to my channel, but you can also subscribe to my newsletter on my homepage. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram. Everything is linked, and I really hope to see you again